we're doing I like having you not on now for like the draft special. It's
Oh yeah,
considering
this is my this is my dream. I love this. I've been obsessed with this
totally.
since I was 5. So
Yeah, we had you for was it the 23 or 22 draft?
it's a Chet draft because I said Chet was just going to be injured and be a bust, and
You did. And you
I looked
said
real,
Paolo was gonna be a
real
star, and he
yeah,
is.
yeah. Chet missed his first year. I was like, see, and then he's pretty good. So
I wouldn't call him a
shout out.
bust, yeah, but he's not like people is like he's like Wemby too. And I'm like,
He's pretty good. I think he's just going to keep getting better. Like he's
I agree.
impressed me more than I thought he would. I just, a guy that's that big and skinny, it's like, I don't know, in today's game,
Yeah.
the dudes are so strong. I just like to worry about him. So
I think you were right about Jabari though. I don't know that he's got it.
he just seems like he's going to be like third option on a good team at best. But I don't know.
Sure.
He's pretty, but
Especially
yeah.
after that Kate, he's got KD around him now.
Yeah, I mean, it's the guy, his idol. So, if it's going to happen for him, it'll happen now. So, I
Yeah,
don't know. He's so young and he is pretty good on defense already. Like, if the shot comes around just a little more, like, he could be pretty special. But I don't
for
know. The
sure.
Rockets
Yeah.
are so weird. They have so many guys, like, so many young guys that need
Strange.
minutes and stuff. That's why I kind of like, well, we'll talk the KG trade.
Yeah, we'll talk plenty of draft stuff and
Yeah.
whatnot. I want to start with some music, and I always love asking what you're listening to.
What am I listening to? Well, I am starting a little record label later in the year.
Mm. Sweet.
To release some small black stuff, some other projects I'm working on, and some friends and other artists that I'm interested in. And I'm working with a new artist called Johnny St. Grace. She's based in New York.
Cool.
She's a solo artist, and she doesn't have anything out yet, but I've been listening to her record a lot.
Nice.
It's one of my favorites in a while. It's in the world of like the Gun Club and Kate Bush and
Okay.
some ethereal sort of goth American Midwestern music. She's from Cincinnati
Cool.
originally. It's very cool. I'm excited to share it with people.
Awesome.
Um, as far as other like new stuff, the new Wednesday singles are so good.
Yeah,
That's like really, we played with them last summer and I was like, oh, this band's very
they're
cool.
sick.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I
It's
grew
also
up
funny
going to
with
hard rock.
the whole thing with like MJ Lenderman's like, I'm not gonna tour with you guys anymore, but I'll keep making music.
Probably just doesn't have time. It's
I
like
know.
touring in two bands that are successful is that's a lot of shows.
Yeah.
So good for him. But
Yeah,
yeah, those
totally.
songs are great. We played with them last summer, and like I came up like in Long Island going to hardcore shows. So it's like it's very cool
Sure.
how they're able to weave that into their songwriting and all. Like
Yeah.
I don't know, it's a super unique band. I'm a fan.
Did you get the chance
Um,
to talk hoops with MJ at all?
I didn't. We were like
Yeah.
on early and like kind of got out of there right after they played,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
that's
Cool.
how it goes. But yeah, I've been listening to
Nice.
that. I've been on a Monster Van Morrison kick for some reason. The 80s,
Sweet.
80s stuff, the more
Okay.
like cocaine influenced albums. Um, I gotta like look at my, let's take a little look at my little recent songs situation. Something else really good I heard. I like the new Broncho record a lot. They're always so good.
You like
Um,
Hotline TNT? That new album's pretty great.
oh yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, it's really like a kind of a shoegaze
Totally.
late 90s back classic. It's very good. Yeah, I'm definitely a
Yeah.
fan. I like the Smurs album a lot. I like when they just talk about their stupid boyfriends. I think that's very fun. There's one line on one of their songs where they're talking about like how hot this guy is, and then they look at his shoes and they're like, "Oh no, 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 those, those are some ugly shoes."
Yeah.
So the savagery of that was one of the more fun things I've heard this year.
Awesome.
Um, yeah, and then this folk artist. Daniel Moodliar. He's a local guy in LA via Oklahoma. Very talented guy. He's got a new EP out. That's real cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
I didn't do this last time you were on, but I started a playlist for every guest to come on to add a song to. You got
Oh,
anything you
hell
want
yeah.
to add?
Like of another artist or
Yeah, anything you want to like, and I love that you don't know like what the previous song was, so you just kind of shot in the dark, whatever you want to recommend.
like do most people go with like newer stuff or older stuff or
I've had a mix. I'd say it's probably favors newer more.
okay. Um, what have I really, really liked? Um, okay, this is an artist I'm friends with that it's pretty unknown. It's called Treatment. It's
Okay,
like in the realm of prefab sprout or like sort of 80s sophisti-pop, and the song is called Christmas Time in New York City. So I'm gonna put Christmas
sick,
on in June.
perfect,
Yeah, I
makes
put
total
that on.
sense.
Good one.
Love it.
Yeah.
Uh, cool, man. And then like are you doing any new? I know you said you're starting up a label, but is are you doing any new music with Small Black or anything?
Yeah, we're slowly but surely working on
Yeah,
something. I've got a project I don't want to announce yet.
yeah,
That's like a
sure,
collaborative project with another artist that'll probably come out first, and
cool.
then we're like probably halfway through a new Small Black record. We're like kind of taking the year off from touring, and
Yeah,
we got dads in the band. They're like doing dad stuff, and
it's a lot, man.
yeah, yeah. So they got their kids jamming on ukuleles. It's like they got to work on those bands. But yeah, we got the gist of some new stuff that's pretty good, I think.
Sweet,
I miss
awesome.
playing though. It's like killing me right now. So
Is that why you kind of jonesing to do that label stuff? It's just like keep you occupied a little.
yeah, I just like to be involved. I love
Yeah,
music. It's really cool to work with like younger artists and kind of impart the things I feel like I did right and did wrong,
sure.
and both the art and like business side of it. It's like it's a
Yeah.
tricky game, and it's really it's a lot, and it's changes so much like, and it has like since our
Mm.
first record in '09, it's like a completely different ball game what it means to kind of like work as an artist and
Yeah.
feel good about it and feel like you're willing to, I don't know, you have to figure out how much you're willing to play parts of this game that have really gotten a little gnarly.
Hmm.
So
Are you
um
trying to like help produce these albums or more strictly from like a kind
it's like
of release standpoint?
a little of both. Like
Yeah.
yeah, it just kind of just depends on the project. Like really
Sure.
started the label because I want to put Johnny's record out because I just think it's really just super good, and it's
Sweet.
I'm really excited to share it with
Nice.
people. So um,
Sounds good. All right. Well, let's get to the meat of this one and because
talk some ball.
this is a draft special. Yeah, let's talk.
Oh
There's
yeah,
so
yeah,
much going on.
yeah.
And
I like doing this afterwards so we can really just kind of massacre some teams that had some interesting ideas last night.
totally
But
and as opposed to doing the mock draft where like we just look like idiots like days later.
yeah, yeah. I'll say like I feel like my board was very similar to the NBA's board this year. Like
Yeah.
the guys I didn't like fell, and the guys I liked a little more went higher than I kind of they were kind of projected in a lot of mocks. But like, I guess we should start at like the premier player of the draft, Cooper
Co-
Flag.
Cooper Flag, yeah.
Um, I think it's still so unfair that Dallas got him. No offense to you
I
Mavericks
know.
fans out there, but like, you needed to suffer for like at least a year, and Nico
It
like
was too
keeping his
fresh.
job. Yeah, it's a little too much, and it's also kind of a weird situation for him. Like, he should be the guy for a team. He's that good. Like, I mean, everybody hates Duke in college, but if you watch that team this year, he's truly like an enlightened player, and he
Yeah.
like really bring his team to life. Like, I really enjoyed them. I wanted them to win in it just because
Hmm.
he's like
He does
he's
everything.
that good. Yeah, and he's just so selfless, and that kind of cost him at the end of that game against Houston when they lost. When he
Sure.
went to pass it, and he probably should have shot it. And that's like LeBron was like that early in his career too, where he would
Hmm.
for more because he wanted to. That's just the kind of game he wants to play. But I don't know. I think sky's the limit for him. I think he's every bit the worth the hype. Like he's just
Yeah.
that good.
What do you think is do you think he can be like a KD level superstar?
I don't know if he's like going to be the level of scorer that like a KD is. Like he's not like that crazy. Like KD is an
Hmm.
assassin shooter, but like he's already a better passer than KD. You know, he's really quite good on defense already,
Yeah.
and he's just a connector in a different way. He's a different kind of player. Like, um, I don't know if I have a direct comp. He just seems so unique. Like
True.
his
Yeah.
ability, and it's like he's gonna probably play a lot of three for the Mavs.
Right.
It, they have so many big guys that are some of their better players. Like maybe they're gonna get rid of PJ Washington or um they re-signed Gafford Lively. That's just a lot. I mean, it's
It is.
with I mean Anthony Davis got to play four, so you got Cooper at three. I don't know. I mean, it's going to be interesting with Kyrie out to start the season. He's going to be tasked with, I would think, running the offense at least with the second
Yeah.
unit. You know, like
Well,
just
it sounds like there's potential that they might try and get Chris Paul just to fill that gap while Kyrie's out.
yeah. That make is he a free agent, Chris Paul already?
I don't know, but there's clearly no room for him now with the Spurs because
Yeah, yeah,
they
yeah.
got
That makes
Fox
sense.
and they
Just
got Dylan Harper now.
do Chris a solid, I guess, and let him go play.
Yeah.
He deserves it, even though I'm not a big fan of Chris Paul personally.
Yeah, but I like the whole player catch thing. Him playing with Wemby was really cool, and why
I
not do
think
it
he's
with
an amazing
Cooper now?
amazing player. I just hate him from college,
Sure.
still Wake Forest, because he stamped on Julius Hodges' nuts when he was on the ground. And at that time, like the peak New York City baller. So we were all rooting for him. So I'll never forgive
Hmm.
that guy for that. You know,
That's fair.
20 years
I
on.
can't fault you for that. Yeah.
No, I like still hold the grudge because of it. I still like hate him. It just was very rude.
Sure.
Um,
Um, so I guess how about number two? You had Dylan Harper, which we just talked about. I feel like he was the other like, yeah, no doubt number two, right?
Yeah, I mean, he seems kind of can't miss in terms of like he's going to be good. Is he going to be like a superstar? I don't know. Like,
Yeah,
I definitely watched a couple Rutgers games to watch those two. Like, he's just a very smooth player. He's great with the ball in his hands. He just has that like ability to score in a lot of different ways, and he just seems like a guy that's going to draw a ton of fouls.
totally.
I don't know. I think with Wemby, he's going to have so many good looks too. I mean, he's probably going to be great. I think they're going to have to figure out what they want to do with their guards now, though. Like
That's true.
him and Fox and Castle is a lot to get them all on the court, you know. So I don't
Exciting
know. They're
team
going to
though.
make a. Oh yeah, yeah. They're going to be. I don't know if they'll be great this year, but they'll be good. They'll be
I think
in the.
they're definitely. I mean, they were playoff. They were nearly near playoffs this year. So like,
I think they were 11th in the West,
yeah,
but we'll
I
see,
think it's possible this next year.
the West is loaded again though. I mean,
It
but
is, and the East is
we'll
even
see.
more weak,
Yeah, it's crazy. You know, I mean, I'm surprised. Like, I feel like Giannis, like, just maybe wait a year to go to San Antonio. You know, like,
right?
yeah, I mean, any team. I like Philly is like kind of back in the hunt now in the East. Like, another injury, like, and Embiid is back healthy. It's like I don't know. They could be good. It just seems like.
Yeah. I mean, Halliburton's out. You got Tatum out, and you got Lillard out. So those three teams are kind of like screwed a little bit.
Yeah, and it seems like Knicks and Cavs are locks for like the second round of the playoffs, and then who knows? I mean,
Hawks
Magic.
could be good.
Yeah, I like their moves a lot. I mean, I think
Yeah.
the getting Porzingis for free, they still have a $25 million cap, like a trade exception too, so they can take a big salary. Which in
Hmm.
the way free agency is, with the Nets being the only team that has cap space, like it could really play in there. Like
Yeah.
with a sign and trade, they could pull something off that most teams couldn't. So,
Sure.
yeah, I
Sure.
like what they've done. I feel like they're like a definitely dark horse, make the second round in the East team. mean, the Magic, I think, will be like the
Yeah.
chic preseason third team, and I mean, I I think Paolo Bain is a pretty strong,
Yeah.
and Franz and Suggs. It's a pretty strong group, and I don't know, defense, you know, was dominant this year with
Hmm.
OKC. So I feel like they're going to try to do a similar, or pave a similar path this year. So I don't know.
If
I'm really interested.
Paulo stays healthy, I think there's yeah, like he can definitely be that all-star like leader of that team.
Yeah, I mean, he's a potential MVP candidate, I think. Like at some point in his career, he's that good. Like
Yeah.
he's can do everything. He's huge. Like
Yeah.
so skilled for being that big, and I don't know. It's gonna be exciting to see them in a real series against, the Knicks or the Cavs. I feel
Hmm.
like we'll see the best Apollo, hopefully. But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know.
So third on the draft board was VJ Edgecombe going to Philly, which we were just talking
Yeah,
about Philly.
the thing I found out today is that VJ went to high school on Long Island. He's
Ooh.
uh he's the best Long Island baller since Tobias Harris, which I love.
Another Philly
He was
legend.
just yeah. It's the LI Lutheran pipeline to Philly. So um, he's crazy athletic. I don't know if you watched the draft, but he was just like his interview. I was like, I'm gonna cry watching this kid.
Yeah,
His family, like they just seem lovely and like wonderful. It was like one of the most pure reactions I've seen of a
totally.
draftee, and I don't know. I'm all in on him. I think like I
Yeah, I
just
agree.
love the passion, and he's already. I love guys that are good can come into the league and be good on defense. It just like opens up a ramp to you to get playing time right away and to be not like be a disaster out there. I
Yeah,
think
but
it's
that's
like the
another
same
team
thing.
that's crowded up there with you got Maxi, you got McCain.
I mean, it's
Um,
just all these teams play three guards all the time.
I know.
He's big enough that he could guard three in
Yeah,
a pinch too. So I don't know.
and the defense helps.
Yeah, it'll be like a throwback to like the Villanova three guard teams.
Yeah.
Like the Alan Ray, Randy Foy. I'm forgetting the good guy. Oh, Kyle Lowry. Yeah, like I
Oh
love
yeah,
those
yeah, yeah,
teams. They're very fun to watch, and like that
for
style of
sure.
play. I mean, the Pacers are playing three guards all the time.
Hmm.
You know, I don't
It's
know.
true.
I was very captive, even though I'm a Grizzlies fan. I also root for the Knicks. I was very captivated by the Pacers though on their run. Like
Yeah.
their style of play is just a blast. I think all basketball fans were just kind of
Team ball's
pulling for
back.
them. Yeah. Like it's. I mean, we haven't really seen teams win that way. Like
Hmm.
most of the time, like by the finals, it's like the good teams are playing 7.5 guys. It's
Yeah.
like teams that play 10, like that's definitely a huge advantage in the regular season. But now we're seeing like that also be an advantage in the playoffs in a way maybe it hasn't. So with the second apron and the way these rosters are getting decimated, like I wonder, I think teams are gonna look at that as a blueprint because
Yeah, yeah.
it's maybe more powerful. Because if like the other teams like seventh guy is gassed, and you've got 10 guys that can really are pretty solid, like you're gonna have a huge advantage. Like these teams all like they all like rip in like the third quarter.
Hmm.
These bench teams because that's like when they're freshest and the other dudes are gassed. So
That
I don't know.
was game seven. That's, I mean, granted,
Yeah,
Halliburton went down,
yeah.
but that's when the Thunder
No,
just like took off.
that's a lot of these great teams like go on. Like the Warriors were notorious for this. Like
Hmm.
that's when they would just destroy you. Like if you could get through that quarter, you got a shot to win. And like the Pacers were kind of able to do it throughout the whole playoffs. Like they kept
Hmm.
either hanging in or blowing teams out in little that little stretch. So yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting time. I mean, the CBA has really changed what team
Yeah.
building is, and um, I think the draft maybe kind of reflects that. Like I think we've seen these sort of older college players like become much more desirable than they were. Like
Yeah.
if it's like if he can come in and play, that's just such an advantage to have a guy in that contract that can contribute. Whereas like
Right.
some of these project guys, like I don't know, like I'm like more and more skeptical of taking them just because like even if especially for like a small market team, like you hit on some guy and then year five or like after the rookie deal's up, like they don't want to stick around. It's like you've wasted so many resources to try to
Yep.
make that happen. It probably had them kind of stink for 2 years, 3 years,
Yeah.
like do
And
nothing. So
honestly, I've even noticed in this second round, like you got guys being drafted who, like, because of transfer portals and stuff, they've played like 4 or 5 years in college.
oh yeah, I mean, and these kids are all gonna do it. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know why you wouldn't. Like it's they're
Now
gonna
that they're
make
gonna get
money.
paid too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know. It seems like if you're not guaranteed to be a first rounder, like you're gonna stay in college, like because you're
Yeah.
gonna make more money, and
And
you'll
it's another shot to rise up in the draft rankings.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, we like look at Nick Clifford this year. Like he would have been a definitely a second rounder last year if he came out. He stuck
Hmm.
around and you know made himself a lot of money and probably got a decent NIL check from Colorado State. So.
Yeah.
Uh, let's go. Let's keep going through the first round. I like Khan. I think he's like a lock to be a solid pro. He's like him and Cooper definitely had kind of like a mind meld at Duke, and he just kind of does everything well. He's like a smart player.
Hmm.
Um, Good shooter, big. I don't know. Charlotte, you just like I feel like I never hear. I don't know what happens with these guys. They just kind of they're out there somewhere. I'm on West Coast time now too, so I feel like I don't watch as many random Eastern Conference games anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
So never know what's going on.
I don't know the last
With
time I watched a Hornets game, to be honest.
and it's funny. I don't know if you watch them on League Pass ever, but their announcers are a friggin' trip. Like they are the biggest. They're the biggest homers of all time. Like
You gotta
uh,
be.
I watched this game where they beat the Warriors at home, and I guess it was the second time in a row they had beaten the Warriors, which is like just not something that's happened in the recent history of the Hornets, I'm sure, very often. And the answer at the end of the game was like, and the Hornets continue their utter dominance of the Warriors. Like sounds like he's gonna
Yes.
have a heart attack. It was so good. Just true irrational
Hmm.
confidence. It was quite fun. But yeah,
So
I don't know. I was kind of
why do you think they
like,
passed on Ace?
I mean,
Because he was kind of
Ace.
being a
I
dick.
mean, the news today was Ace might hold out from Jazz camp. So I don't know. It's
That's crazy. He's not. He's good. He's not that good.
he's I don't know. He's
He's
pretty
very
talented.
athletic. Yeah, he's very good. But like, I think it's crazy to be coming into NBA draft like you are already an all star.
Yeah, and I mean, I feel like this it's just not how it goes anymore. Like these kids are all
Hmm.
really they're smart and they've all been kind of advised since they were
Yeah,
kids. They understand the business of it in a way that like kids in the 90s did not.
that's
So
true.
you don't really see this sort of play. And it's like he doesn't have a real agent. It's Sharif Cooper's dad. Um, Danny Ainge just said, "Fuck it. I think he's the best player," and took him. And I don't know. I I don't know what leverage he's really gonna have. I guess can you
Yeah,
go back in the draft? Is that how it works?
I don't know. It's because I
And
guess
in the
baseball you can
NFL,
do that.
baseball, you definitely can, and I think the NFL you can also. So I don't know. Like I don't know
That'd
what
be wild.
leverage he has, but I
So
mean,
what could he do? Go play for G League and then try again next year, or like I don't know.
I don't know. Go play and threaten to play in Europe, I guess. I mean,
Yeah,
I think they have his rights. We need to
I think so
get a
too.
research on Toronto, but
I don't have a producer to do that kind of research for
yeah,
me.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
It seems real dicey, but I mean, I like the pick. I mean, I think it's a
yeah,
great fit for them. I like the Walter
I think he
Clayton pick.
does fit on the team well.
Yeah, I mean, he fits on a lot of teams as long as you don't have
Yeah,
like a super super ball dominant guy. I don't know.
right.
I like Ace. I mean, he seems like a guy that can get 30 often, which is
Totally.
He's got a lot of ways to score. His shot, he didn't shoot it great, but it looks good. And like, he's such a kid. These kids are
Yeah, he's
18. It's
athletic,
like
man.
people do figure the shooting out. Like they do get better. Like it's just especially a guy like him who's like, dominated everybody since he
Yeah.
was a kid because of his athleticism and his size. Like sometimes you just don't develop that because you don't need it. So I
Hmm.
don't know. I kind of think he'll find it. So
Yeah. I
um,
mean, he's no doubt good.
yeah, I like the next pick of Trey Johnson to
Yeah.
Wizards. They got to be bummed like having won what like 20 games and to like fall to sixth in the draft. It's pretty brutal. Trey is like fast
Pure
as
shooter.
hell, and he's probably the best shooter in the draft. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. People that shoot 40% from three and are athletic I mean, they seem to just kind of hit in the NBA these days. I mean, it's what you want. So I don't know. He's pretty impressive. I watched a bunch of Big 12 games with him. They didn't really have much else, and I don't know. He was just coming to get his own shot all the time and was able to do it.
Yeah.
So
He
I don't know.
is
He's pretty
definitely fits good on the team. It is kind of a bummer with how bad the Wizards are that they didn't get someone a little more that could like potentially carry the team. I don't know if Trey Johnson's like the leader of a team in the future, but like I feel bad for the Wiz kind of.
Yeah, I mean, I like all their moves. You feel like one of these next years it'll work out for them, but it's
Right.
now they've got like, the old guy troika of guards in there too. Like they might actually like be okay next year.
Yeah,
Like
Sar's
not good.
nice.
Yeah, but I'm like they got Marcus Smart and
Hmm.
Middleton and CJ McCollum. It's like they're old, but they're not bad. You probably get
Right.
like 40, 50 games out of each of them, and maybe that's enough for them to kind of be the 11 or the 10 in the East with the
Sure.
way it is. So I don't know. I kind of feel like I think they're on the ups for sure. Um, let's go through
Fears
the
was at
top or the
7.
top 10. I like Fears. He is insane. He's the fastest guy in the draft, and
Yeah.
he's got. I mean, Hollinger or Nate Duncan said he thought Fears had the best handle coming to league since Kyrie,
Shit.
which is that's quite
Says a
an
lot, yeah.
endorsement. So I don't know. He shot like crap, but he's also like really a kid. Like he's like
Yeah.
Cooper. He reclassified, so he's legitimately 18. Like I think he
You
turned
could
18
tell
in
like
this.
even in his interview after he got
Yeah,
drafted, he acts like a kid.
yeah, he's like a child. But I don't know. I kind of I like his potential. I mean, if you can dribble like that, it's gonna open a lot of doors for you in the NBA.
Hmm.
So I don't know. It's you never know with New Orleans. It's kind of a black hole of the
Yeah.
NBA. It seems like just and we might as well just talk about them now, like the trade they made. Like it's a disaster.
Yeah.
Like it's horrible. Like to trade for them to trade their first rounder next year unprotected to move up 10 spots in the first round is just like indefensible.
Yeah.
Like I like Derek Queen. I think he's a good player, but I mean, you got to look at the West and see where you're at. Like they could be the worst team in the West. It
Yeah.
could definitely be a top four pick. You just can't at least protect the pick 1 through 4 if you're going to make the trade. I'm sure they would have taken the deal. It's still a great trade for Atlanta.
There were a lot of weird trades, and that was definitely like the worst of the weird, but there were a lot that I'm like, I honestly couldn't even understand how consequential they would be because it's like picks were getting moved for picks to draft like in the same draft,
Yeah,
and like I
yeah,
started losing track.
yeah. And then just like the Nets having every pick just started to get real
Yeah.
like, where are we at? I like lost track of all of them. And I gotta
Right.
say, I hate the Nets draft. I think it's awful. I've
Oh yeah,
watched Igor.
Demon, yeah.
I've watched a bunch of BYU this year. He was like their seventh guy. Like I see what's tantalizing about him. He's big
Mhm.
and he's a very good passer, but like the shot is terrible. And I don't
But if
know.
you wanted
Like
to go big, the very much better pick was Kaman Malawak.
he's
And
not a big Igor. He's like a huge guard.
he
Like
is he really?
yeah, I mean he's like one of the best passers in the draft. Demon for
Oh,
sure.
that's right. That's right. That's
But
right.
He's I'm
Yeah,
not really a fan of his. Like he just has bust written all over him to me. So
sure.
we'll see how that looks in 2 years. But I don't know. I just and then they took what like another three ball handlers and then Danny Wolf, who's also kind of like a ball. He's like a ball dominant guy. He's like a center that's a really good passer.
Yeah.
It's like not going to use him for that. Then what's the point? He's not going to be like a plus defender. I don't know. It's just like in a league
Yeah,
where
and
where
that's
like
not exciting.
well, it's also just weird. Like in the NBA, like you need wings. Like and
Yeah,
you need to take shots at them because they're really hard to get. And like to have five first rounders and not really take a shot on any of them, like it's crazy. And to not really take a I don't know. I don't get what they're doing. I don't get why they didn't
sure.
just trade to try to move up. I'm sure someone would have
Yeah.
done it. Um yeah, they seem like a little bit I've kind of liked a bunch of their moves, but it's this seems pretty out to lunch. So it'll
For
be interesting
sure.
to see what they do with their cap space. I mean, they're the only team that has any cap space, so someone's
Yeah.
going to take it. But I love CMB, Colin Murray Boyles. He was one of the two guys I wanted for the Grizzlies. We got the other one. Uh, he can't really shoot CMB, but he's so good at everything else. Like his passing and his defense. He's the best defender in the draft. Like it's if you want to have fun, just like watch his defense highlight reel. He is this dude is everywhere on the court. It's like very impressive, and he's like aggressive and smart.
Yeah.
He's gonna be a fan favorite immediately. He's gonna be like a stocks machine and like a he's just gonna be getting breakaway dunks for his teammates all the time. Like
But
he's
that's
quite good.
another interesting one for the Raptors too, because it's like you kind of drafted Scotty Barnes again a little bit, like pretty
I
similar
think
archetype.
you could play two Scotty Barnes though, you know. Like
Yeah.
there it's like a different sort of big guy. Um yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's
They
another guy
they
yeah,
love
like
those type of players.
yeah, it's a guy that can be kind of a hub on offense that
Yeah.
is great on defense immediately. Yeah, I mean, I like Scotty Barnes too, so it's
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, Malawach, I love. I thought like watching him get drafted made you want to
Oh, that was the
cry.
other one that was a tearjerker.
Yeah, like when you see someone like really kind of grasp like how the money and it's going to change their whole life and all the work they did,
Yeah,
and you can really see it in their eyes. Like it's pretty amazing. It's like so
absolutely.
special. He's really good. I don't. I would have taken him over Igor Dem in 2 seconds. I mean, he's
I wanted
huge,
him to fall to the Bulls real bad.
moves well. He was like playing on the South Sudan,
Yeah.
you know, Olympic team as a 17-year-old, like playing pretty well against like LeBron. It's like it's pretty
Hmm.
impressive. Like I don't know. It's he just seems tough, and I just really like that Duke team. I would just kind of want everybody on that team. They were really
Totally.
quite
They had a
fun.
lot of people in this draft.
Yeah, I can't believe they didn't win the national title. Like they were the best
Yeah.
team by far. You know, Clayton,
Yeah.
he just kind of did it. The guy's the man. He's really
Hmm.
also very impressive. I think he's going to be at worst like a solid third guard for a good team. Like he's just a smart player.
Yeah.
Um, then let's get to my team, Cedric Coward from Wazoo via Eastern
What do you think?
Washington via Willamette Valley. I'm ecstatic. I love this guy. I'm a
Cool.
huge fan of his. Um, he can kind of do everything. You know, he's
Hmm.
6'6". He's got a 7'2" wingspan. He shoots 40% from three. He's from two in his career until this year. His percentage was 72% on 2-point shots. It's crazy. Like I've never heard of that for a guard,
Yeah.
for like guard forward. Like it's nuts. That's like center stuff. I don't know.
And
He's just like
that's
he's
nice too, because I feel like now that Grizzlies don't have, you know, Bane and you don't have Brooks, like you needed that guard back.
no, and that's why they overpaid to get him. Like it's definitely a
Yeah.
lot to give up that magic pick, but I'm fine with it. Like I thought there was a real teardrop in the draft around where the Grizzlies pick. Like I really liked Sorber and Carter Bryant and
Hmm.
Coward and Murray Boyles. I really thought we needed to get one of them,
Yeah.
and they did it. So I don't know the magic pick in 2028. It's like I don't know. I don't see it being a high value pick with the way that team is set up. you know.
Hmm.
And if it is, I'm okay with the swing. Like it's trading your
Sure.
own picks is a different thing because if you're bad, then it's a double.
Yeah.
Like if New Orleans sucks next year, you're just like Jesus Christ, like what do we do? Like it's just
They might.
there's no way. Oh, they're gonna suck. They're a mess.
Yeah.
They've got a lot of good players, but there's just no plan. I don't know.
Right.
It's tough there. Um,
My
but I
team is
love Cedric.
next.
Oh, the Bulls, the Senge. You tell me about him. I feel like I like really was not up on the Euro guys in this draft. Like I was deep into
Yeah.
college basketball this year and like didn't get that. I don't know. Just got into the draft late because of the
So
Grizzlies
did
not
I,
having the.
honestly.
Yeah,
And I only like, was looking up just because like knowing where the Bulls were going to pick, like who were the
yeah,
options. Like I
yeah,
wanted Malawak. I thought he would have been good, especially because like we obviously want to move away from Vooch. Um,
yeah.
but I feel like SNG was like a good, he's the second youngest player in the draft. Um, and he is a good person who I feel like will be that sort of like really crazy athletic lengthy guy, and he will look really nice next to Buzelis, I think. He might take a few years to get in there. But I think there's really good growth potential, hoping that the Bulls don't ruin him because they tend to ruin guys.
Yeah. Well, I mean, where are the Bulls at right now? Like, where do you see them at? Where, like, what do you want
Well,
out of the team?
we talked about the East. They might finally break out of play-in territory because that's where they've been ever since the play-in got introduced.
Yeah, yeah, they're the kings of the 9-10 game.
Yeah, yeah, but they might be like who knows? They could be like a 6-7 in this East. You never know.
Yeah, I feel like the Bulls. I'm like again like Eastern Conference team that's not in the playoffs. I feel like I've like lost track of them. Who's their starting lineup going into next year? We got Kobe White, Buzelis.
Kobe, Buzelis, he bulked up this offseason already.
I
Like,
love that guy. The shit talking from that guy is amazing.
dude,
He's a
I love him
psycho.
so much. He's gonna be so good. We still have Vooch.
Yeah,
um, yeah.
Vooch is a playing
Um,
god.
Absolutely. I feel like we've been trying to trade him for like several years already. Um,
Yeah,
we have
I
Giddy.
feel like you kind of yeah,
I don't know.
pretty
I've
fun.
been wanting to get rid of Patrick Williams forever, but I don't know if that's going to happen.
Seems like they're trying to.
I don't think anyone
Who
wants him. I think he's totally
his
toast in this league.
his contract is crazy. Like
Yeah.
for a guy that hadn't really done much to get 90 million seemed it was kind of shocking when I saw it.
He he can't do anything. It's
Yeah.
crazy. And yeah, like you drafted a guy who like pretty much played on the bench for his team. So what do you
Yeah.
expect?
Yeah, it's hard like when you really don't see any college production, it's all projection. It's like it's scary, cuz
Yeah.
the great players they get on the floor as freshmen, they figure out how to
Yeah.
do it. So, I don't know.
I it's best to not look back because I'm like, oh, you could have had Halliburton. Could
Oh,
have.
I know. That draft everyone was sleeping at the wheel. I mean,
Yeah.
and the Shea draft too. Everybody passed on him. Like didn't Frankie Smokes go ahead of Shea or something? Some horrible. Oh no, Kevin Knox. Kevin Knox ahead of his
Oh
teammate.
man.
Yeah, the
A
Knicks
lot of
blew.
Knicks guys. They have
Yeah,
that history. It's brutal.
yeah. I mean Halliburton, the Suns taking that Jalen Smith over him, and then
Yeah.
not even giving him the third year of his deal and releasing him. That was,
Hmm.
I mean, that was with Sarver. I mean, the poor Suns.
Oh
They
yeah.
they just they can't stop. How did they make the finals and then just destroy their team for no reason to
They
get
weren't even
Kevin
like
Durant?
they didn't even do anything really to make themselves worse. They just were worse.
No, I mean like after the finals, you get rid of Chris Paul, get rid
Yeah.
of Bridges, get rid of Aiton, get rid of Cam Johnson. Like that was the team.
Yeah.
Like they were good. They almost won it.
And now
It
all those
was
guys
I
are
don't know.
flourishing on different teams.
Yeah, the KD trade. I mean, looked pretty bad at the time, and it looks way worse now. I mean, it ends up being like 9 first round picks when you see what the Nets were able to get for Bridges. I mean, it's a disaster, and they're
Yeah.
screwed. They traded another first round pick last night to get two centers. Like There, there's like
That's
a
yeah,
real
that's
brain,
confusing.
there's a real brain drain at the bottom of the league right now with the Suns, the Pelicans, the Nets. Uh, like these teams are clueless. Like they have
So
no
the
plan.
Suns drafted Malawak
But can't.
and then they traded for Mark Williams.
Yeah, like within
I
10
don't
minutes.
I
What are
don't
you doing? They don't have any future first round picks. The team looks screwed, and they traded another one. Like it's crazy. It's
and
not
they're gonna give
just.
Booker a disgusting contract.
Why didn't they take that stupid trade from New Orleans? I'm sure they would have done the
Yeah.
same trade.
Right.
Like just get that. Like give yourself some outs. Like, like just as a Grizzlies fan, I was really sad to trade Bane. I love him. I
Mhm.
think the whole fan base was like you know, very fond of Desmond Bane. I mean, he's a great player, absolute steal at the 30th pick of the first round. But we just we had no way to make the team better. And those three were not enough. And to trade him and get all those
Sure.
assets and also free up the cap, it's like we're going to see more and more of this. And if you're not embracing that as a team, or especially if you're owner, even if you're willing to pay the luxury tax too now, like
Mhm.
the second Abram is brutal. Like when you can't because I think the draft pick thing is really crazy. I don't know for our listeners, like if you are over the second aim for 2 years in a row, your first round draft pick gets frozen, and then it gets moved to the last pick of the first round. I think it's if you do it for another year. But the other thing is you can't combine contracts to trade, so you couldn't combine like two salaries to get one bigger one, which is so prohibitive. And you can only do trades that are literally like you can't go over the cap by a dollar. You're
Mhm.
truly hard cap. So it really is going to inhibit your team. So every team is going to try do anything they can to avoid it. I mean, look at the Celtics. Like they just were like we got to pull the plug. Like
Yeah.
we're not able to do anything in the future. So it's going to be interesting as teams kind of embrace this optionality and like I thought the Bane trade was really like this watershed moment where it's like it's gonna be really hard to win with three stars that aren't where one of them isn't on a rookie deal. Like
Mhm.
in general, like your sixth, seventh, eighth guy are gonna be awful. Like worse than like the Heat guys. Like
Yeah.
during like the Heatles run, like they were winning with some whack dudes down there. But again, with the buyout market, they were able to get at least this like veteran, solid dudes to, and yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting time. The CBA is like kind of a disaster, I think.
It's weird. There's a lot of stuff that like I'd say
Well, it's
the
rendered free agency like irrelevant. Like
yeah.
one team has space, and it's like so all deals have to be trades and sign in trades
Mhm.
to like make it happen. Like I saw like Finney Smith turned his option down today, and I'm just like, how is he going to get a contract? Like he can only get like the mid level exception, I would think. Like because
Yeah.
I don't think the Nets are going to use their space to sign him. Like was surprising to me. Like I wonder why he didn't try to do a sign and trade with the Lakers. But
I do feel like the expansion is desperately needed now.
yeah, yeah. I
Because
mean,
there's look at the talent in the draft, and I feel like every year, especially with the rise of players coming out of Euro and like just from all over the world, I feel like the the depth in the draft every year gets bigger every single year. So
and I guess if the new salary structure kind of really kills you for trying to have more than two max players,
mhm.
then are there six? So that would be 32 teams, so 64 guys that are max players. Like I don't know, maybe we're there.
Yeah,
It's hard to say, like, because you get like two more teams, and then you've got sort of another two hopeless teams in the league.
true.
I don't know. It's obvious where the teams are going to be, Las Vegas and Seattle, but it's like
Yeah,
I don't know. New Orleans is a disaster. Like
it's
it's.
true. That's
Do you know?
the
Do you
parody's
know what it
weird.
costs? Do you know what it costs to get season tickets for the Pelicans? Like for Upper Deck, it's $200 for the season. Like it's
No,
crazy. Yeah, I heard
that's like
this.
one
Yeah.
Bulls game.
Yeah, it's like half a Knicks game, like it's crazy. Like it's not, people just don't care there. And it's like, I never want like city to lose a team, but like
Yeah.
you got Chris Paul, Anthony Davis, and Zion in a row, and nobody goes. Like it's like they've had miracle. It's like miracle luck to get those
Mhm.
guys. So I don't know. It's
Yeah. Maybe I pray Adam Silver will make the right decision.
yeah, but I mean, it's the Sonics need to come back. We need this to happen. It's like
Absolutely.
Seattle is a crazy basketball city. Um, that it's the WNBA team like sells out all the time there. Like
Totally.
it's a huge hoop town. So many good players too from there. It's like
Yeah.
it's really time.
Jamal Crawford
You
puts
know,
on like a tournament every year.
yeah, yeah, yeah. The program, like yeah, there's
Yeah.
tons of great. A Robinson and spacing now, but
Brandon Roy.
it's Roy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Tons of great ballers from Seattle. Um,
So back with the draft, who do you think who's your biggest sleeper of the draft?
I mean, I really like Rasheer Fleming, who went first in the
I
second round.
agree. I can't believe he went
So
in the second round.
yeah, I don't really see the downside with him. Like I watched probably one game this year. Like he's just huge.
Yeah.
Shot 39% from three. He's crazy athletic. Like I mean,
That's
I
another
don't know.
one where it's like, why didn't the Nets take him?
Yeah, I mean, he just to me the upside is huge, and yeah, like I'm looking at the end of the first round here. I would have taken him over all these guys, like
Yeah.
up up until
Jace
me.
Richardson is a nice pick for the Magic.
Yeah, he's not a fit for every team, but
Yeah.
because of his size, but I do like him too. He plays bigger than that 6'1" frame. Like I
Yeah.
watched a
Those
bunch of.
those back-to-back Nets picks, it's just like, why wouldn't you just take Fleming at one of those?
Yeah, I mean, I was surprised the Celtics didn't take him. I mean, he just seems
Yeah.
like a play from day
Especially
one.
right now when you like you're
Yeah,
not gonna have Tatum.
yeah, I mean, for the Celtics, it's like you want this year to try to maybe develop some of these guys and end up with another two rotation guys you're paying zero for. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Is this Hugo guy even going to come over this year? It seems a weird, like a I don't know. It just seems like a
Wasn't that a
weird.
Didn't Rubio do that?
No, I think he came right away,
He
right?
did, but there was like a lot of like speculation if he would or not.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he was talked about for years before he was picked. Even Rubio, like he was like on the radar. I think
There
because
was
he
a
played
similar
for.
thing too with Miritich.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's interesting. I don't know. It just seems like a weird move for the Celtics, kind of in the
Yeah.
situation they're at. I the Blazers taking the kid from China is
I
wild.
was gonna say, what do you think about the pick that you traded away?
Oh, I'm well. I mean, literally, like looking at the pick at 16, all the guys I wanted were gone. So
Yeah,
I think Grizzlies made the right move from like
sure.
according to my board. But I don't. I mean, that just seemed the Blazers seem like an absolute mess too. They have five centers now. They could go five out. Everybody's 7 foot taller. Time Lord at point guard.
They're just
Duop.
like, we got to go
Duop.
opposite of what everyone else is doing.
Yeah, yeah, just go full 7 footers. It's crazy.
And like all 7 footers and then Scoot.
Yeah, I would get rid of him. This gets
Yeah, I
trade him
know.
for another seven
You need
footer.
more bigs.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. It
But
seems
like it's so funny, just like they drafted him. This guy came out like out of the stands.
oh, it was awesome. I love psycho stuff. There
Yeah.
some GM was quoted on Twitter saying this is the wildest pick I've seen in years. This like every mock had that guy in like the middle of the second round. I mean, the Blazers are definitely a disaster. They have no owner right now. There's like nobody steering the ship. It seems
Hmm.
like the rumor people were saying is that they want to get a Chinese buyer for the team.
Oh man, a political move for the draft.
Yeah, and that like he's like, I mean, he might be good. I don't know. I mean,
Yeah,
we're kind of yucking it up, but you never know. Like maybe they're right, but
true.
uh, yeah. I mean, it's a big deal. Like appealing to the markets in Asia. Like the Grizzlies had Yuki this year, and like
Hmm.
they were the most. They sold the most jerseys in China of Ja and Yuki. Oh,
That's true.
sorry, in Japan. Sorry. Uh, yeah, these markets are huge, and they love NBA. So if you
Yeah,
think
they said since it was Yao and Yijin Luan, who are like the only Chinese guys to go that high.
like if you think he's going to be a legitimate NBA player, you're in a West Coast market, so the time's a little better to watch.
Right.
over there. I don't know. It's like money rules, and especially
Yeah.
at that point in the draft, like I don't. Nobody else looks like an all-star potentially to me. It's like a lot of good
Yeah.
players. I feel like that was. I really like Sorber, who the Thunder take. I knew they were going to take him in front of us if we stayed at
Hmm.
16. Like he's really quite impressive. Like for an 18-year-old, he's like a beast. Like just an
Sure.
absolute guy. Like
I'm really glad that the Bulls did not end up taking Derek Queen. I did not want want him on the team.
yeah,
He wouldn't have
I
fit
like.
right.
I don't know. I mean, I like Derek. He's really fun. That shot he hit in the tournament was
Yeah.
amazing. Um,
I just feel like we didn't, I don't know. I can see I could just, sometimes you have that moment where you're like, I see how you're going to pan out on this team, and it's just not going to work right.
well, it's not going to be great in New Orleans either, but I like
That's
Derek.
fair.
He's like I don't know. He's very skilled.
Yeah.
He's not like he's not a crazy athlete, but he's a good basketball player. Like
Mm,
the Maryland's been so bad for so long. Like they were really a fun. The Crab Five
sure.
was doing it for me this year. Um, Going through the rest of it, I don't know anything about the French guys.
Mm-mm.
Uh, I
Yeah.
do.
After the lottery, I kind of started fading.
Yeah, I
Like
mean,
Kasparis,
I've
he could be
watched a bunch.
nice.
I watched a bunch of him because Illinois was like had him and Riley that were both pro guys. Um, I think he went in the right place. I was definitely
Yeah.
lower on him than the draftnik community. I'm sure Miami knows what they're doing. Like I just immediately texted my friends like, "Oh, it's Dragic 2.0." Like he's like the
Right.
same size as him. So I don't know. I feel like in that system he'll be pretty good. The Will Riley, he's just raw. He's big though.
Yeah.
He could guard. Drake Powell is very impressive. Like he's a crazy athlete.
He
I
might be
might
the best of the Nets picks.
Oh yeah, sorry, I'm getting confused. Yeah, I like him. I feel like
Yeah.
he's like has the potential to be a 3-and-D guy. I love Neek. I kind of soured on him a little bit through the process just because he is older, and
Hmm.
he really wasn't good until his junior year at all. Um, but he was super impressive in the tournament, and then
Hmm.
I watched the Mountain West tournament too because I'm a psycho. Um, he can do a lot of stuff. We'll see if it translates to the league, but I do like him. I wouldn't have been sad if that's who the Grizzlies ended up with. Um, Danny Wolf I think is gonna be
Yeah.
solid. Got a pretty good feel for the game. We'll see
There
if he
was
can.
your other emotional reaction, his brother.
Yeah, that was pretty lovely. I don't know much about the Penn State kid.
Mm-mm.
Love Fleming. I love Zion. He's gonna be good. I don't know if you've watched him at Duke. Like he is a beast athlete. Like he's like he'll be like a PJ Tucker. Like he's tough, and he kind of just took whatever defensive assignment they gave him, and I don't know. I really like that guy. He might be limited
Sure.
offensively, but like at worst, he's gonna be like a Davion Mitchell like defensive
Okay.
stopper. How you want the game. Kalkbrenner is solid. I mean, best rim protector in college basketball for 4 years in a row. He's pretty smart. Uh, I don't know. He just I watch a lot of Big East. He's was always good. Like
Hmm.
Creighton, if he got foul trouble, they were done. Um, yeah, I don't know. I love Cam
It
Jones.
starts to fade off around there. Yeah.
Yeah, Cam Jones is awesome. I think he's a perfect pacer. He's super
Cool.
fast, super athletic. Um, Viero, who went to the Lakers, is could be the best athlete in the draft, but he's like a horrible shooter. I think he shot like
Hmm.
29% on twos this year. So he's gonna have to hit the Chip England school hard. But yeah, nobody took Nemhard's brother, which is surprising.
Yeah.
Thought Nemhard's postseason run was just gonna make his brother a lot of money, but I'm sure he'll end
And
up on the
as we
Pacers
we
practice
talked,
squad. Yeah, too
yeah.
red.
And you're big on Bogle Job.
Oh, I love Bogle Job. I had no idea about it. I just liked his attitude at the draft. He
Yeah.
seemed like he was really pissed, and I'm into that.
Yeah.
The greatest
Uh,
draft performance ever at the draft by a Euro guy was do you remember Jan Vesely, who was drafted
oh
by
yeah.
yeah, he like started making out with his girlfriend right after he got picked. Then he got interviewed, and then he just started talking smack about how he was going to dunk on Blake Griffin, and then he was like out of the league for years. It was unbelievable.
We need more of that energy.
Oh, it's the best. I love that guy forever because of that. I looked him up yesterday to see how he's doing. He's like ripping in Turkey, so good for him.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I'm not sure how,
Uh,
you know, it seemed great at the time.
yeah. So with this draft, who if you're taking a bold prediction, who do you think's going to be like the most successful guy in this draft?
I mean,
Is it going to be
Cooper.
Cooper? Yeah.
Yeah, and then my guy Cedric too.
You gotta say that.
There's a crazy article today. This guy, David Thorpe, I don't know if you know him. He's like a shooting coach, and I've definitely heard him on a bunch of podcasts
Hmm.
for the years. And he was like, Cedric's the second best player in this draft, no doubt. He's the best. He's like more athletic than Cooper Flag. And I don't know the article. I'm like, I'm gonna print it out and laminate it and put it on my coffee table and just read it every night before I go to sleep.
Yeah, man. I do gotta say, I feel like this draft may be the one of the best drafts for player names in a long time.
Oh yeah, we got Bogle,
I
Rocco.
mean, Coward,
Yeah, I love.
uh,
Well, you saw during the ESPN coverage, they said the Memphis Grizzlies select Colin
Colin
Coward.
Coward.
Poor guy.
Like, damn, he's a little old to be getting drafted.
Yeah, yeah. I'm really excited about him, Coward. Like he's also Jalen Wells' teammate from Washington State, and they're like boys. He was at the draft with him, so it's like it's really nice to like have buddies in the locker room from the
Yeah,
jump.
yeah.
Um, Jalen Wells did a post saying like he didn't get to go to the draft because he was a second rounder. He's like, I finally made it, ma. Like, they're like
Amazing.
such nice kids. So I'm huge fans of them.
Sweet.
Um, but yeah, I mean, I really like Cooper was, I mean, all the hype, everything with him. The guy is unbelievable. Like he's
Yeah,
the real deal. Who knows? I mean, I think you've got like these top six, maybe
yeah,
seven, feel like potential all stars. You
for
know,
sure. I mean, Edge, the first three for sure. Like, and like, I mean, Bailey, depending on what happens with his role and personality and whatnot, but he's definitely is skill wise all-star worthy.
yeah, I think Trey Johnson too. I mean,
Yeah,
he could average high 20s for sure in the NBA. And
sure.
I don't know, if you're in the East, you got a shot, you know. So the
It's
West,
true.
oh, Desmond Bane's gonna make the All Star game in a second this year. After barely sniffing it in the Western Conference
Yeah,
for years.
maybe Buzelis gets the chance this year.
Your guy, was he in the dunk
Okay.
contest? He was, right?
Yeah, he was terrible.
Yeah, he's a psycho.
I
Like
know.
the skinny little dude just talking all this smack. I love it. It's my
Well,
kind of
he's bulking
guy.
up, so he's gonna back it up now. Um, all right, man. Well, dude, I love having you on for the draft, and
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Have me on every year. I love the draft talk. It's literally
this is
my.
great. Yeah. Do you prefer the pre-draft or post-draft? This is nice recapping.
I think they're both fun.
Yeah.
You like you can like you can kind of see some of your takes proven right by what the NBA
Yeah.
does, and then in summer league in a week we'll just be like, oh my god, we should have took Igor Demon number one.
Totally.
So
We're
I don't
gonna
know.
be like,
Yeah,
uh, Will Riley is actually should have gone way higher.
yeah, yeah. There's always one guy that really like everyone's like it just emerges that you're just like, oh wow, we really screwed up. Or it's the reverse. Like Trey Young was like looked like he was couldn't play in the NBA. Like he was
Yeah.
awful in summer league. So who
True.
knows? But it's takes about 3 years to feel like you have any handle on who's actually
I
good.
know. All right, man. Well, thanks again for joining.
Yeah,
We'll
great
keep an
talking with
eye
you.
on these youngins.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And keep an eye out for my for announcement like via Small Black and my
Yeah.
social like for the label and a bunch of different stuff I'm working on this year. So
Sweet. All right,
yeah.
man. Well, thanks for coming on.